Anytime you're ready, Persephone. Whoops, I'll put up.
Is it going to be green?
Yeah, you're going to start with red. Are you done?
Okay. Humankind was not woven the web of life. We are but one thread within it. Whatever we do to the web, we do to ourselves. All things are bound together. All things connect. Chief Seattle, 1854. The vast majority of you who took my survey said that learning and teaching others about sustainability is important. My aunt has worked for a nonprofit company for about 8 years. She has traveled the world teaching farmers about sustainability, helping them choose the right crops for soil and climate, and how to maximize the healthy plants without environmentally harmful pesticides, how to maximize and reuse recycling on their farms, as well as teaching the farmers how to sell their own products for fair prices so that they can sustain their farms and their workers. Her work has interested me so much that I have spent a lot of time researching the topic and discussing it with her, as well as learning what she does in depth to promote sustainability produced goods around the world. With the ever-increasing population on Earth, there is an ever-increasing shortage of clean water, food, and resources. A quote by Baerbock Letmeth. 870 million people in the world suffer from lack of adequate food. Global population projected to grow from 6.9 billion to 9 billion in less than 40 years. We need to engage in sustainable practices agriculturally, and energy-wise needs need to be met. Children die every year from starvation or from lack of water, and this will only get worse. This was shown in the article, Managing Our Environment for Sustainability by United Nations Foundation. The ramifications are serious environmental problems. Climate change, water pollution, water scarcity, soil degradation, and loss of habitats is the lack of sustainable processes. 70% of the world's consumption is from agriculture, but that is more than 2.5 times more than the plants needed, so billions of gallons of water is being wasted, meaning that there is less clean water accessible for everyone. This was also a quote by Baerbock Letmeth. The overuse of nitrogen in lawn care caused by overabundance of algae and seaweed in the local lakes, killing many local fish, increasing costs to lakeside businesses, and the greater use of pesticides, chemicals, preservatives in foods decrease the food's nutritional value, decreasing the consumer's health, said by Lucio Research in Sustainable Food Consumption. Decreasing the poisonous chemicals in the environment will benefit everyone. Since sustainable practices are beneficial for the environment, economy, and society, and make the world a better place for everyone, the government should encourage sustainable practices through tax breaks and in other ways. The government should offer tax breaks to those who grow their own foods and gardens with plants native in the area and without the use of chemicals which harm the environment. We should also recycle water with rain barrels or conserve energy with renewable sources like solar panels. The government should also offer tax breaks to stores who sell locally grown, environmentally friendly produce, or offer tax breaks to cheap loans to farmers willing to use sustainable practices. Individuals will be better able to implement sustainable practices with tax breaks while the environment is being improved. Companies and farmers will be better able to afford and will receive economic incentive to engage in promoting and using sustainable practices. Farmers who have switched to sustainable practices have seen their crop production improve and thereby strengthening their farms. The government in Cuba supported a small farmers engaging in sustainable practices and turned their food crisis around. This was said by Peter Rosset in the article, Cuba, a successful case study in sustainable agriculture. Now, when I took our class survey, many of you were concerned about the cost that comes from sustainability. But with the tax breaks that I have suggested, actually in the long run, it would actually decrease. Also, people say that we wouldn't be able to grow enough crops without using the pesticides that we do, but studies have also shown that that is not true. Sustainable practices help make clean water, enable food, make a safe environment available to people all over the world. Sustainable practices maximize resources productivity, especially with the respect to energy and water, and reducing waste. It means investing in sustainable technologies that will create jobs and support the poor, improve health and education, and build a more resilient, equitable societies, said the United Nations Foundation. In less than 40 years, the world population will be more than 9 billion people. At least 4 billion of those people will be living in areas which are labeled by the United States as a water scarce. Many farmers are left attempting to be living in areas of land which have been stripped of nutrients while trying to grow crops which are not indigenous to this area, having to use water that has been contaminated by pesticides and other chemicals, all while battling against the gradual increase in temperatures worldwide caused by global warming. In order to battle against these conditions, priority must be given to the sustainable practices such as recycling, reusing as much water as possible from all locations, from homes to farms. Also, growing local native crops and then buying those at local stores and supporting local farms and helping them keep their farms healthy and running by using these sustainable practices. Also, encouraging people to consume energy from renewable sources, thereby helping to reduce their carbon footprint and slowing the global warming. All of these, subsidized by state, federal, or local governments, will help move everyone in the direction of engaging in sustainable practices. If we do nothing to change our current water and agricultural practices, we will soon run out of clean water and our soil will stop producing nutritious edible food. Without food and water, humans will die out by the millions, if not billions. So, my call to action is I try to look at our legislative, first of all, is Mark Pocan, and I try to get the email for you guys, but unfortunately when you go onto the website, I can send him an email, but it doesn't give me his email. So I would love it if you guys would sign your name on a piece of paper, and I will send him an email with all of your support stating what we want to see changed. If you want to take it a step further, that is his office number in Washington, D.C., and you yourself can call and say that we want to change, because this really does need to be changed. That is my works cited, and thank you guys for listening.
Thank you, Persephone.